Good morning, everyone, and welcome to week 6 of our online learning. We're almost there. Hopefully, you guys can see the light at the end of the tunnel and use this to propel you forward and not give up. So please don't give up. I know it's rough, but you guys are better than this situation. You guys can rise above it. You are resilient. You can push through. Like, I believe in you. And I know we can do this. All right, so go back, complete makeup work. Just because if you need me to open a quiz back for you, message me, let me know. But just because we're on a new week doesn't mean you can't go back and do your makeup work. So this quarter's grades still count and could even help you, pass this class, right? If you did not do so well last quarter, this could be the quarter that kind of helps you get your 2 quality points to pass the class. No more office hours for me. No one showed up. So if you need to meet and you need to have more of a conversation, we can schedule a conference, or you can just be messaging me over Remind or Edsby. Try to submit everything through the blue submit button. I know most of us get the hang of this, but the reason why I have you submit things through the blue submit button is because it shows up like right next to your grade, and I don't forget. It's right there and I see that it's turned in and I can give you a grade, where sometimes like I'll look at the message on my phone, but I can't get the grade book on my phone. So when I go to the computer, I've kind of forgotten that I've opened your message and looked at your assignment. So please make sure you're doing this, especially as it comes down to crunch time, so we make sure you have the most accurate grade. All right, so this week we are wrapping up the Cold War. So you have 3 assignments. We have another oversimplified video for you, part 1 and part 2. So they're 2 different submissions. I'm going to send out 2 different sets of questions. So you're going to want to try to get part 1 done by Tuesday. So that's 30 minutes right there. So 30 minutes of work, part 1. Watch the video, answer questions. And you want to try to finish by Tuesday, but of course the actual due date is until Friday. And then your part 2, you want to try to finish that by Wednesday. And again, that should be another 30 minutes. Video is about 15 minutes. You take time to answer the questions, about 15 minutes, all right? And then you do have one workbook lesson. So it is pages 745 to 747. It is chapter 34, so the book kind of bounces around, but this is the end of the Cold War lesson. So it tells about wrapping up, fall of the Soviet Union, how the world kind of makes peace again. And we are going through Cold War really fast. We're not getting in depth as I would like. So, if you're really interested in this, you can go back, read through your workbook, read through the online textbook, but there's a lot that goes on during the Cold War, including if you're interested in like Cuba and everything that happened in Cuba, the workbook talks about that. And just so much is happening during this time period, but because we're kind of getting close to the end of the year, we're just going to go ahead and wrap it up so we can get to more like beyond the Cold War. All right, and then you have your quarantine diary project. Last week I explained it in depth, so see last week's video for more directions. If you're confused, it can be written, it can be recorded. I'm doing this. I'm using 1 Second Everyday app. Spoiler alert, it's going to be a lot of pictures of my dog, but I'm going to post it around Saturday so you guys can see what I've been up to as well. Yeah, so like I said, we're finishing up the Cold War, talking about like, communists and versus, democracies and wars and stuff like that. So of course I have, if you guys ever watch Drake and Josh, he normally, when something bad happens, he normally blames his little sister Megan. But this is me, so something bad happens. Americans in the Cold War, they're gonna go commies. So you have like the Red Scare. So please watch this video, and the worksheet even gives you like the times that the questions happen. So if you watch it and you're like, okay, I forgot about this, you can move to the correct time on the video to help answer the question. All right, so have a great week. Let's finish strong, and I will check back in with you guys throughout the week. If you have questions, message me.